Welcome back. Just to reiterate, we've created some functions. We have start ball falling, stop ball falling, and restart ball falling. And we want start to actually start our little game. And then at the moment the user clicks the ball, we should call stop ball falling. And then after a fashion, it should call restart ball falling. And this is something we want to happen automatically. We want stop ball falling to be called when the user clicks it. And as we see, we can call a function by just writing its name, like here, followed by a set of parentheses, but then it would get called immediately, so we don't want to do that. What we do want is we want the function stop ball falling to be called when the user clicks the ball. And this, the user doing something, that is called an event. Events are things that you don't write in your JavaScript code, but that happens to the code from the outside. Most of the time the user doing something, but it could also be something finishing, something stopping, something being loaded. So stuff that happens in the browser that you want your program to know about. So you want your program to listen for events. You want to ask the browser, please notify me when the user clicks this element, and notify me by calling the stop ball falling function. And the way this is done is first you select the element that you want to listen for something on. That is the ball container we have here. So now we have selected the element. Then we want to add an event listener. So we just write add event listener, and that has to get a couple of arguments. The first thing is the name of the event that we want to listen for, and there are a lot of them. You can just see we have a bit of them here on this page that I'll link to below the video, and there's a lot. And most of them you'll never use, but the most important one is click. You want something to happen when the user clicks on an element. So we'll just write the name click, and that's just like a class. That is something that needs to be in quotes, because JavaScript doesn't actually know the names of all these events. And then we need another argument, so we need to have a comma still inside the parentheses. And this other argument is the name of the function that we should call. So that would be the stop ball falling. And a typical error that we do is we set parentheses because we have just learned we have to do that every time we have a function. But this time we don't want to call the function. We just want to reference it. We just want to say to add this event whenever the click happens, then call that function. Don't call it now, only call it when the click happens. And then end with a semicolon. And I want you to try this. Right now nothing happens, but of course we still need to call start. And then try this yourself, try and click the ball and see what happens. Then come back. So welcome back. Did you see? When you click the ball, it disappeared. And then we still have nothing happens. We need to restart ball falling, and it continues to fall. And once again, we can click it and it disappears. So we are well on our way to make a fully functional game here. We just have to get rid of all the other function calls in the console.